So hi everybody. Um, Thanks for coming. This is recorded live over at Ustream, and I am talking to people in the chat. So I'm not just rambling. Well, I am, but anyway. Today I'm gonna just play with some water-soluble products. I've bought every kind known to man, and they all behave a little differently. And I obviously have my favorites that I go back to over and over and over again. So some of them rarely ever get used. Hi, Lynn. Eileen thinks I need more. Why don't you put in a few links, Eileen? Here, I'll open up links so Eileen can enable you guys. Sorry, Lynn, I know. Eileen told me I put the wrong link in. Oh, well, stuff happens. So I'm going to start, and I got different kinds of paper out to try them on because they're obviously going to behave just like any product, different on different kinds of paper. So this top is just sketch pad paper, medium weight, and it's a bright white. I got out some acrylic paper. It's De La Rowney. You can get it at Walmart, and it's got texture, and it's not obviously as bright white. Watercolor paper, 140 pounds, Seth Cole. I don't know where I got it. I might have gotten it at Tuesday morning. And then just a Bristol smooth finish. So we'll try it on each of these and see what the deal is. So I think I'm going to start with pencils. And I have cheap Crayola pencils. I have Staedtler. These I have had for years, and I really do like them. I've always really liked these, and I think they're pretty darn affordable. Hi, Vicki. And then Inktense, which the Inktense is not necessarily a watercolor. It's a ink. When it dries, if you get it dissolved completely, it is permanent, won't move. Watercolor, on the other hand, will move pretty much. And then in here, this is just a cigar box where I throw in, I've got Crayola. You know, one kind of pencil that is very affordable that I've liked a lot are the Kimberly. General makes Kimberly. These, for their price, I think are excellent. So I'm going to take out a yellow, kind of a medium blue, and a red in each of these. Okay. And Derwent has a watercolor too, watercolor pencil. I just don't happen to have any of them. And no, I'm not buying them. You'll get over it, Eileen. You'll get over it, I promise you. Okay, here we go. I hope I stay on screen. I'd say yell at me if I'm not, but I can't hear you anyway. I agree with Carrie. I'll take the Inktense and y'all can have the alcohol inks. But I love what some people do with alcohol inks, I have to say. So I'm just going to start with a little swatch on each of the different papers. And this is, we'll start with the ink tints. Can you guys see pretty good here? Look at how vibrant that yellow is. Now this is ink tints, and you can tell. The thing about ink tints is you've got to get it fully dissolved. Ooh, it's nice on the watercolor paper too. It's prettiest on the bright white for sure. Let me get rid of that second sheet. And I just want to try something real quick, just taking it off. And this is how I use mine a lot. I'll take it right off the pencil, or, oh no, that didn't work so good. Okay, there's the ink tints. That's a nice bright color. Really pretty. It's even really pretty when it dries. My next favorite would be probably the Statler. Why this angle, Janet? What angle? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Dee Dee. Tell me what angle and I'll tell you. Oh, I'm backwards. I can switch that real quick. Okay, hang on here. I'm going to quickly make a note. All right. I'm going to switch the camera upside down for you guys. And hopefully I can get it back like it was. Or somewhat. Here you go, new streamer, goof up. Is that better, Dee Dee? I just didn't even think about it, Dee Dee, is why it happened that way. Didn't even think about it. Alright, so now we're doing the Statler. Ooh, that came out good on the acrylic paper. Yeah, that came out really nice. And I'll lift them up and show you close-ups here in a minute. I'm just taking it off the pencil right now. It's obviously a lot harder to get really, really good coverage. It's nice on the watercolor paper too. Next would be General. These you can get at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and I'm sure Amazon sells them. Look at the color on that. For an inexpensive pencil, that's amazing. Oh, I did it wrong this time. I meant to color first. Oops. Look at that. That's amazing color. Yeah, that's amazing. So these Kimberly's, if you guys want some water-soluble products, inexpensive, I would say the Kimberleys are just awesome. And this is on like the cheapest paper ever, which, you know, you can't go over it and over it and over it, or you'll peel the paper, but yeah, it's good stuff. Crayolas, for kids, they're awesome. But let's see, compared to these, how they do. Maybe I just have goofy ideas. Well, not bad. And the thing is, I'm sure you've all, anybody who's done too much of this, I'm not having them show the draw lines where I've drawn, you know, or colored in that swatch. The lines are totally disappearing. So those are pretty good colors. I'm not sure what I come away with it other than I might have been wrong about my favorites, you know, because for inexpensive, there is nothing wrong with that Crayola right there. Oh, I'm sorry you're having trouble, Kangaroo. Kimberly is by General, yes, Sarah. And Eileen got the link in there right away. Yeah, they make good products. They do. So I would say on the yellows, any of them are more than adequate for the kind of art I'm going to be doing for sure. We'll do the reds. What did I do first? The second one was Kimberly. And that was Crayola. We'll do... what one next? We'll do red next. The Bristol smooth paper is really nice. Am I on screen or am I totally off? Sorry, guys. You can tell this is a total learning curve for me. At least I'm not upside down anymore, thanks to Dee Dee. Alright, this is Crayola this time. I picked up the wrong one. Okay, the Crayola red I don't think has as nice, vibrant a color. Alright, I'll try and be consistent this time. Next is the Statler. Did I not get a red Statler out? Here it is. And this is more of an orange red, it looks to me. I have to wear glasses to see, and I take them off to look at the chat, and then I can't see what I'm doing. This is really behaving weird on the acrylic paper. It's nice on the watercolor paper, and not too terrible bad on the Bristol. Looks good on the sketch pad paper, though. Kept a nice color. Can you see that good? Hi, Julie Topaz. Anyway, yeah, I would say most of them, honestly, are behaving best on the watercolor paper. Oh, if I need a sharpener, I might be in big trouble. And I'm not going to take them off the pencil anymore. You kind of got an idea of what that was about. Okay, and this is Kimberly. Look at that. Really, for the price, they're good. Not bad on the acrylic, crappy on the sketch paper. And this is Inktense. Eileen, look away, because the brightness and the vibrancy of the color is going to knock your eyeballs out. And you're going to run out and order some today. You just can't really say too much bad about them. Eileen, if you could, quickly explain to me in chat what you don't like about these. Because look at that color. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to put it up. Here, this one is Bristol, and the colors all look really, really good on that. But look at the saturation of that Inktense. It's just so much better. This is on the watercolor paper. Hi, Judy. You have them and have the kids use them. I don't know. I wish I understood what you didn't like about them. This is on acrylic paper. And then on just cheap sketch pad paper. But look at the vibrancy of those colors. I don't know. I just think they're good. Now I'm going to go back and try to do this the right way. These are goofed up where Inktense is at the bottom, but I'm going to try and do it right this time. I'll do Inktense first. And then after this, I may not do it on all the different papers because by then we'll have an idea. Alright, here we go. Inktense again. Oops. Clean your brush. Don't be like me. Now on that one, I got a little bit of the lines from where I colored. But I haven't had that too much. The Inktense on the watercolor paper is really, really pretty. And And I just have a paper towel over here that I'm wiping stuff off on. Next is the Statler. And I'm trying to be fair, putting the same amount of pressure and whatnot on them. Obviously not the same shade of blue, but no lines where I drew. That's not even too bad on the sketch pad paper. Can you see those? I would say, just based on what, and I knew this already, I'm not surprised to find it out now, that these products work best on watercolor paper for sure. But not bad on the Bristol. And I use Bristol a lot to draw, but I don't very often use it with water soluble. This is the Kimberly again. Oh, that's nice. My computer went to sleep, so wake up, you guys. I'm going to get out the Neocolor 2 here in a minute. And when I get them out, Dee Dee will be clutching her pearls when she sees how I store them. Eileen, in this instance, I'm going to agree with you. For just ease of use and versatility, I would say the Neo 2s are just awesome. But one thing, like putting this crayon down, one thing I can feel is it doesn't go on as smooth. It's a little bit scratchier. But let's, wait and see how the color is going to be, because if I'm going to save a bunch of money, what do I care if it's scratchy, right? Hang on, my thing got a little dry. Yeah, they're definitely harder to work with, and the color's not as vibrant, and it's not as saturated. It's pretty darn good on this watercolor paper, though, I will say that. On the acrylic paper, it's just icky. And icky is a scientific term used in art. So I don't know. Out of all those, I would say maybe the Statler. Even better than the Inktense. If you can see, this is on the Bristol paper. Geez, I'm not doing a very good job holding that steady, am I? How each of them worked. It was Inktense, Statler, General, and then Crayola. So you can kind of see. The Crayola definitely is lesser quality, but on the watercolor paper, honestly, not that big a difference. On acrylic paper, I would say Statler behaved better than any of them. Crayola the worst for sure. And this is just sketch pad paper. So I don't know. Really, I would say buy what you can afford. But more importantly, maybe, is the paper that you're using it on. Geez, Janet is finally to see the light. Whatever. I knew she was going to come here and just harass me. She's a heckler. Throw her out. Put her in the corner. Eileen, I mean. Waiting on a set of Spectrum Noir. Oh, okay. Cool, Barb. Well, I probably will not be buying, in all honesty, any more pencils. Other than getting into a real tight spot to add color or something for the type of stuff I do or the type of stuff I enjoy doing, I would say a pencil is probably not that useful for me, honestly. I'll set these pencils aside because I only have the 4 different kinds of pencils. Next, I think I'll do more of the crayon type water solubles, and I have a ton of them. Okay, Dee Dee, clutch your pearls, because this is how I keep my Neo2s. I just throw them in here, and that's it. I don't take care of them. I don't keep them in their pristine little tin. I just throw them in there and use them, and they're okay. They haven't died yet. I'll try and find a good yellow. That's a good yellow. A good red. Ruby red. Do we want ruby red or more of an orange red? That's an orange red. Here's scarlet. I know, Dee Dee's probably going, oh, how can you do that to those pencils? Whatever. Like cadmium red. It's either between scarlet. Don't know which one I want to use. That one. And you know what I do with my Neos? A lot of them don't have a good tip anyway, you know, because I've used them a lot. But when I want to do a big area, here I go again, no paper. I take the color off of this end so the point stays somewhat pointy. And some of them that I use a lot, like this one, can you see how much I've used out of the end? But then I don't mess with the point. Good idea, huh? I'm smart like that. Hi, Jean. I bet I put those in my Amazon cart and took them out 20 times. The Neo 2s you took out of your Amazon cart after hanging out with all of us? How could you do that? Okay, and then a good medium blue. Let's see here. Put my glasses on again. Put them on, take them off. Put them on, take them off. Yeah, that's good blue. But aren't they pretty? And they would be really pretty in their tin too, but whatever. I use them all the time. I use these as much as I use my Prismacolor because I use them in my book a lot. And then I'll go ahead and consider Inktense blocks the same as these. Well, we've seen the Inktense, so I won't even do them this time. But this is a small set. I'm going to taunt Eileen. Look at this bad boy. Eileen, don't you want these? Look at how pretty they are. You've got to want those. They're so pretty. I love them. But I don't get my 72 set out as much as I use the 12 set, in all honesty. I just mix the colors I want when I need them. But we've already done the Intense, so I'm not going to do those. And then Aquatone, I only have how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Probably the 24 set. And these were scavenged out of a fire sale, but they were unhurt. So let's see. The medium blue, I'll use this one. And they don't really have a good yellow in this, so it's either the bright, I'll use zinc yellow, but yeah, there's not really a good yellow in those. And I know a lot of you have the portfolios. I'm going to leave them in their box because these things are just, they make a mess on everything. Here's yellow, red, and I'll do this blue. These are Statler Aquarelle. I like them okay. And then I just have this little tiny set of Faber-Castell. We'll just try them real quick. There's a red, yellow, blue. I don't even know where I got these. Probably in a Christmas stocking or something. And then I could go ahead and include gelatos in these, but I'm not going to because really I just hate gelatos. I absolutely hate them. So we'll start with these. We've got enough to play with for a while. Okay, my favorite of these, honestly, is the Neo 2, so we'll start with those. And they're kind of pricey, but I honestly believe that they're the best money I've spent. They're so creamy. I mean, that just goes on so nice. And yes, because I let them all wander around in that tin, they get other colors on them. Oh, well. Next will be the Statler. They do just like the Neo Color 2s, when you color them like that, they're just like, oh, they're so buttery and so yummy. The next will be Faber-Castell. They're not bad. They go on pretty creamy. And the last will be the Aquatone. And they put out a lot of junk, which I really don't like. I don't like all that crumbs. All right, here we go. I'm going to get my paper towel out so I can clean my brush. clean it off because I had blue on it last. Look at that. Can you see the Neo is, it just, oh my gosh, it's so nice. And that was on Bristol. This is on watercolor paper. It just saturates so nice. And my brush isn't real wet. And even on the cheap paper, they're just so nice. Statler. A little bit goes a long way. I mean, on all of them. Oops. But on the Neocolor 2s, I promise you could just keep painting forever, I think, with that one little spot of color. The Statler did well on the cheap paper. This is the Faber-Castell. I don't even know if these are hard to get or whatever. I don't remember where I got them or why I have them. But that, it doesn't move as easily. That's one thing I have to say. Like, some of them just move very nice. And you can get them where you want them. Just really easily. That's nice on the watercolor paper. I've got a little bit of a glare. It's hard for me to see. Aquatone, awful. Awful. Not to mention all the crumbs. But the color just doesn't move as well. Not as vibrant. I guess if I needed a light yellow, that would be a good choice. Alright, there's all the yellows on the crayon type products. I'm going to hold them up so you can see them. I think this is the watercolor paper here, and they all performed really nicely on that. And next best, I would say, is maybe the Bristol. If you can see that. But compared to the pencils, I mean, it's harder for me to show you. But just for ease of use, color saturation, vibrancy, everything, I would say the crayon type products, the creamier type products, are way superior. I'm going to read chat for a minute. So if you have a question, throw it out there now. The one time I tried the Bristol with watercolor, did not like it at all. Well, I can understand that, Jean, because everything just wants to sit on top of it. There's really no absorbency with Bristol paper on the smooth finish. Now you can get a textured Bristol that may behave a lot better, but yeah, it's just not an absorbent paper. So, and that's why we're having better luck, obviously, with the watercolor paper, is because it's designed to be absorbent and it sucks up the color. Now, one thing I don't know is if I go back in here and want to move it after it's dried. I can move it a little bit, but that also has a lot to do with how dissolved I got it when I put it on there. Let me find the Inktense. Well, we'll be able to tell better with the red. But the Inktense, if you get it fully dissolved, it won't move. Yeah, see, every one of them will move. I didn't get it, obviously, completely dissolved. When do we get our lettering and zine show? I could do that one next time, I guess, Carrie. I guess I've now committed to a next time. I will just use it for melted crayon technique. Yeah, yeah. But Bristol is also good if you just draw. Bristol is great for just drawing on. How do you keep your paper from curling? Well, I think Anonymous 3179. These are heavyweight papers. The Bristol is like 100 pound. The watercolor paper is 140. The acrylic is 110, and then this is just medium weight, and it's getting a little bit of a curl. I mean, I think the curl depends entirely on the type of paper that you're using. I use these watercolors a lot in my my Lovey book that I showed you guys, and the paper's curling there. If that's bothersome to you, then I would say use a heavier weight paper that is designed for water. Journal pages, unless they're watercolor, aren't designed to do that. But I like the crinkly paper. I love to hear crinkly paper. Yeah, you can tape it down too. Anyway, paper curling is the nature of the beast, I think. Alright, we'll try some reds real quick. We did the Neo Color 2 first, so we'll do that again. I'll try not to goof up. But if I goof up, oh well. And I won't subject you to this for the rest of the day. I just wanted to try the different products. I've never done this before where I tried the different products on the different paper all at the same time. And then it annoys me when I think and go, now what did I like to do that on? And then I don't remember. So after I finish this today, I will make myself some notes in one of my Midoris so I can go back and tell myself what I learned today, if I learn anything. But I think I already have, actually. What I've learned is I don't need so darn many different products. And I obviously didn't get the same shades of red, but it's okay. We'll just go with it. Streamline the process a little bit here. Alright, this is the Neo Color 2 on Bristol. Try and get it real dissolved. And you can tell when it's not. Yeah, this is the Neo 2s. Actually, the Neo 2s stayed more vibrant, I think, on the cheap paper there. Maybe that's why I like them in my journal. The Statler is awful. It's very has a lot of crumbs too, and I really don't like the crumbs because they're like printer's ink. One little crumb can travel everywhere. This is the Faber-Castell. This is almost magenta, not red. I don't know. I may not have had a good color choice on that. That actually didn't do that bad. And this is the Aquatone. I gotta get rid of these crumbs. All right. I don't know. Can you see that? I don't think I'm going to do the blue because you're getting the idea. I don't know. I would say the creamier product on the nicer paper, just do that. You won't be sorry. Oh, you're making a junk Midori? Those are fun. I'm just reading chat real quick. You can do really good stuff with the cheap stuff. I mean, honestly, I agree with you, beloved ghost, that, I mean, here we've got the Kimberly and the Crayola up here. I mean, when you look at the colors and the saturation, it isn't, and this is on the cheap paper, it isn't that different, really. And I think a lot of it, in all honesty, is knowing your products. I mean, using them enough that you know how they're going to behave no matter what. I think that's why I am drawn to a particular product. I'm not even going to do the Neo 2s, the portfolios. We all got these. They are very creamy, but just like I don't like the crumbs, these things are definitely like printer's ink. They go everywhere, everywhere. A little bit will go 10 miles, I promise you. I don't know if they'll do it on paper, but if you get it on you, you transfer it everywhere. And then the color saturation isn't that good, I don't think. I guess it's not bad, but yeah, it's just, I'm not a fan. But I've seen, I mean, look at the Crayola art that's out there. If you know your product, I don't think there's anything you can't do. I've never used the Dollar Tree sketch paper, Anonymous, so I don't know. But again, I think it's buy the best you can afford, and that's generally what you're going to read in the books that the professionals write is if you want to be satisfied with your art, buy the best products you can afford, and only you know that. Yeah, exactly, Jane. They're not Neos or Inktense, but that doesn't mean that you can't get beautiful artwork with them. And one thing I've learned too is if the Inktense, you get good color saturation with your first layer. If for example, on some of these less expensive products, you don't get that coverage go over it a second time. If the paper will tolerate it, you'll get good color saturation at some point. See, there you go. Pat just said it, you know, that it doesn't really matter what products you can afford. I think more is that you're doing the art, that you're actually creating something and that you're learning. And that's, you know, part of the reason I wanted to do this today. I've wanted to do it for a while, is just sit down and try the different products on the different paper and see kind of how I come out feeling about each of it, because some of this stuff I probably need to get rid of, really, because how much of this crap do I need? I don't think I've said any bad words yet. Yeah, the Inktense, Grammy, they're awesome. Use your Inktense. They are really, really nice. And playing is great too. But I think yeah, just love what you do and keep doing it. I'm not going to do the blue because, I don't know, I feel like I've seen enough. What other kind of products do I have? I've got the Crayola type. Oh, and then these ones. I think Paula did a, these I bought because they were inexpensive, but I saw these at Michael's the other day, and they're not cheap anymore. I mean, I thought they were crazy expensive for no more than you get there. And you use a lot of product. But I'll go ahead and do a real quick review of these. This is the Recollections Color Splash. And they've got kind of like a glimmer to them. And talk about crumbs, but they are so creamy. Like creamy you wouldn't believe. But see how they leave that, ugh. Yeah. I'm going to move these other papers. I'll just do it on the Bristol right now. Can you guys see okay? No? Oh, straighten up. Okay. This is the Recollections. It's very glimmery. And I don't even know what word I would use. They do flow good. Good coverage. You guys went to sleep again. But the crumbs make me crazy. I like nice, clean. Those are the Recollections. Can you see the shimmer at all? Yeah, there, I almost got there's the shimmer on the Recollections. So these are fun. I mean, I'll play with these a lot. Would never use them in, like, real art, I guess. But, yeah, these are very fun to play with. And they are water soluble. So. And then these, I knew better than to buy these simply because they're scented. And I hate anything scented. But they sure are pretty, huh? Look at that. They're pretty to own. But I don't like scents. Scents gross me out. Now these have some serious color saturation going on. The thing I don't like about these is the blunt tip. The blunt tip makes it really hard to get into small places. But for coloring books and stuff like that, who cares? Not a problem. And after you get them wet, they do flow fairly nicely. But again, now I've got that scent that I gotta smell all day. So I'm not crazy about them. But saturation's pretty good. So those are all the, see, there's crumbs. That's going to make a mark on everything it touches. Annoys me. There's another crumb. And for crumbs, when I'm using colored pencil, I have a brush, so I brush it off. Push paper up, please. Sorry. You use them like Neo2's wet brush on tip. Yeah, see, and I don't know. I do that with the Neos a lot. Yeah, just say no to crumbs. I agree. So I don't know. I would say when I'm going to use my water solubles from now on, I think I'm going to always use it on watercolor paper or Bristol. Those two are definitely the best. But these aren't bad either. What other things did I get out? Oh, I got out some of the pan watercolors, but I'm not even going to do those. They behave so differently anyway. And I'm not real crazy about pan. I love those ones Jean got, though. But I'm not going to buy them. Believe me, I'm not going to buy them. Because I don't do watercolor. But Jean has gotten very, very good at watercolor. And while I got you guys captive, and that's probably only a fraction, really, of the water-soluble products I have. I have to say I'm really glad that I'm participating in Inktober this year. And my little book is getting kind of full with little drawings, so I'll just do a flip real quick. I'm not going to show you today's. I've got another one. That is cold press watercolor paper, Lynn. Yeah, that was cold press. So, let's see. That's a good place. So that was day one. And I put little papers in here because of the graphite. I don't want it going to the next paper over. And I'm sure most of you have seen these by now, but I'm going to flip anyway because you can always leave. And when I get this done, and I probably will go on beyond Inktober until I just get tired of it, so I can actually stitch the book. Thank you, Dee Dee. I'll stitch this book together when I get it all done. And then I think on some of them I'm going to go back and write information about the toys. Like, since I've been doing this, I've just been curious, you know, like who invented the Slinky and what year? I mean, how long have Slinkies been around? I think they've been around my whole life. But I don't think kids get the wire ones anymore. They get the cheap plastic ones that are crap. Yeah, so I'd just like to know. So I'm going to go look that up. And a little xylophone. Jean always gets excited when I do a musical instrument. Thank you, Muse. Yeah, just find out about these little things. The little dog. And a pinwheel. This was... I don't have time. I need something fast. And then it turned out to be not so fast anyway. I love doing this one. This one was really, really fun for me. I enjoyed that a lot. And the little truck. I haven't done a doll yet, believe it or not. You'd think I'd have done a doll first. I gotta find... Ooh, what's that? Yeah, I gotta find a good Betsy Wetsy. What's the robot thing? This? Oh, no, there is a robot coming up. That's, if you look up vintage toys, you'll see this. in many, many different forms. I just happen to like his face because he's kind of goofy. Yeah, actually, you can see him better here than you can on the Twitter pictures. And the Fisher-Price phone, I think every kid in the world had one of these. Cabbage Patch isn't vintage, Gene. Geez, my grandkids had Cabbage Patch. And the little monkey guy, I liked him. And I've seen an actual one of him somewhere, but I don't know where. It might have been at my grandparents' house. This was another one. I just needed something fast. I want to get caught up, but man, it's hard. And the designs weren't actually on there. Well, that design was, but the others I just put on there because I wanted them. And Robert, when he saw this, he said, I used to have one of those, and I used to just pump it as hard as I could and get it going as fast as I could to see how long it would go. And I thought, I think every kid in the world did that. And then the drum, and then today's. So, yeah, I'm almost all caught up. You missed the spinning top and the phone. I think we all had the phone. I did make the book anonymous. I make all my own inserts. This paper actually is paper that is designed for ink. I can pull it out real quick and tell you. I think I got it. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. Let me see if I can pull it out real quick. But it is designed for ink drawing. Well, I maybe didn't put it back where it belongs. Hang on just a second, guys. I'm seeing if I can find it real quick. Oh, here it is, right on top. I didn't put it back where it belongs. Is that going to show? But it's just pen sketchers, just a pad of it. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. It's 70 pound. And there's 50 sheets in here, and I think it was fairly reasonably priced. There's things I like about this a lot, and there's things I don't like about it. My Hybrid Technica pen, which I love, love, love more than any pen in the world. This, believe it or not, does not write well on the pen sketchers. Any of the Microns or Zig pens work great on it. But a gel pen is apparently not designed to work well on this paper, or at least I haven't had good luck. If you use India ink or fountain pen ink, that works great on those paper. So, yeah. Ink paper. Etch-a-Sketch is one is on the list. Tinker Toys is still on the list. Pickup Sticks is still on the list. Pickup Sticks will be when I need a real quick makeup day, because that's just a bunch of straight lines, right? I could do that. But I like the robot. I mean, I'd have to say overall, not tooting my own horn or anything, I'd say overall I'm very happy with what I've done so far. I've not spent a huge amount of time. I could have maybe fine-tuned some of these a little bit more, but I'm okay with them. It has made me sit down and draw, or at least think about drawing. I haven't drawn every day. That's why I'm catching up. But I would say overall I'm really happy with what I've done. Carla, I will definitely be doing a soft monkey. I don't know when yet. But yeah. And I like Dr. Quack. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Really happy. So, and Cootie. But I would say overall I'm pretty happy with it. I've enjoyed it. I will continue doing it because I want the whole book stuffed. so I can stitch it together and put it in my Midori, or in my, it's not a Midori, it's another little Midori type book. So yeah, Carrie, that's what I was thinking, that I'd draw the container. You know what's hard about that though? A lot of them I've wanted to do, like the Dr. Quack, obviously, is just the box of the cards. But what's so hard about doing the packaging is the lettering. That is, that's time consuming. I know you guys want a lettering show, and I'm going to happily do that. But when you start trying to replicate packaging and lettering and stuff like that, boy, you can eat up a lot of time. There's a little yo-yo right there. But yeah, I was gonna, what's that famous brand of yo-yo? I can't think of it. I love the Cootie game too, so the list is back here. It's a mess. There's the list. So you can't see what I'm gonna be doing. Betsy Wetsy is on here though. I just added something I thought of. I do have a potato head on here, Mr. Potato Head. Chokes at Carrie's comment. I remember having the cooties, but no idea how you played with them. That's funny. Yeah. Anyway, I do have a roller skate on the list. Duncan, there you go. Vicky BR remembered it. Duncan yo-yos. And they had the ones that lit up and everything. A yo-yo could also be a good weapon. And you know what? When I Googled vintage toys the other day, you know what came up is those clackers, those acrylic balls on either end of a string that you did up and down, and they made a clacking noise. That in my house they were weapons. But that came up as vintage toys, and I thought, holy cow, I was like a teenager when I had one of those. So I guess if you Google vintage wenches, my picture would come up or something. Oh, you have a picture of you opening the Cooties game. That's funny, Carrie. Anyway, geez, I probably didn't teach you guys anything with this water-soluble product thing, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to see how the different products behaved on the different papers and what I ended up liking and not liking. So I'll probably let the grandkids take a bunch of this junk home with them when they come. Yeah, Grammy, they were dangerous because I would gladly hit my brother with them. Yeah. Trolls, yeah. Lots of trolls. The ball and the paddle, that's a good one too, Carla. I hadn't thought of that. I'm actually going to write that down because next time I need a easy drawing, ball and paddle would be a good one. Would a lemon twist be vintage? What's lemon twist? It's either way before me or way after me. I got pretty good at the ball and paddle too. I don't know if I'm going to do a Barbie or not, Carrie. If I do, it's going to be the original Barbie with the curly bangs. I actually had one of those. Well, I still have it. But yeah, with the curly bangs and then the curly ends of her hair, and the real fancy dancy eyeliner. Lincoln Logs I have. Whip and Top. Whip and Top. I don't know what Whip and Top is. I'm glad you got to come. Erector set. That was one of my very favorite toys. I'm glad you got here, Vicki. Etch-a-Sketch. Yep, I've got it on the list. Rocking Horse, I think, is on the list. I don't know. The one I'm doing today is fun. I'm really enjoying it. You probably won't know what it is, but when I saw that, when I Googled vintage toys and it came up, it was like, oh, that's too cute. I've got to do that. Got to do it. So, yeah. So I'm just looking around here. Oh, you know what? I was going to show you the last time. I'll just do it now if you guys want to hang out a little bit longer. Do you want to hang out? It's a vintage toy. I'm going to have to look it up then. What did you call it? Say it again and I'll look it up. I don't want to have to go back and chat because I'm too lazy for that. I'll put it on my list and look it up. Today's will be done before Robert eats. He knows that's the new rule. If I don't get my drawing done, you don't eat. So leave me alone. I hope he remembers to bring something home from the grocery store for me. What was it, Dorothy? Mechanical banks. Yep, I have mechanical banks too. But a lot of these are like even way before. Whip and top. Okay, I'm going to look it up. Alright, you want to hang? Alright, because Kelly P is really, she's got to be one of the nicest people on earth. She sent me a bunch of children's books that are just so cool. And I've left them here on my counter because I wanted to remind you, or it wanted to remind me. See you, Dee Dee. Have a great afternoon. Hope you and Bud enjoy his day off. Anyway, I wanted to show you these children's books that Kelly P sent. And I would like to get them off my counter. This is all Fibs art that I've got to put away. Bunch of jelly prints here that I'm going to actually cut up and put in my Lovey book. Look at this one. Can you see that? The shiny, glimmery, all the colors. So, yeah, I gotta cut all those up. God, I got stuff everywhere, you guys. If you saw this place, you'd say, you live like a pig, girl. You need to clean up your house. I just dropped them all. Did you hear that? Yay me. Lemon Twist wasn't really vintage, right? I don't know what Lemon Twist was, Carla, so I don't know. Yeah, Carrie, if you do a search, it's like you'll be on the computer forever. There are some great ones out there. Anyway, this isn't necessarily a children's book. Alright, now this light that I liked having here is not so good. I'm going to move it away. Yeah, that's better. This is how to draw and sell cartoons. And it's just got cool drawings in it, you know, quick little cartoons that anybody could just sketch out like in an instant. But it goes into the ins and outs of creating your own comic strip, which I think would be the coolest thing ever. I mean, it's kind of like what you do with the zines. But I would like to create one character and have him play out life in crazy situations. I think that would be fun. And I obviously started reading about lettering because I know about that and I like it a lot. So I've read most of this. Well, that's where I am. composition. I know a lot about composition because of my job that I had. But it's just got some really, really cool art in it. This is not a book I will ever cut into, ever. Okay, a type of skipping thing that had a loop around your ankle with a rope and lemon or other hard route thing on the other end. You swung. Gene, I love that description, and what it tells me is the reason I never had one, my mother was too afraid I would kill myself. You'd have to be so coordinated to do that. I'm pretty sure I never had one of those. I did have a jump rope, though. But how to draw hands and evolving your style. And I think that's really what each of us in our art journey are striving for, is what is your style? What do you like best? What is appealing to you? My Inktober drawings are appealing to me. And I do that for my own enjoyment. So if you guys enjoy them, that's just bonus, because I do that for me. This film strip of different angles of a face is very cool. Facial expressions, I think, are so cool. But yeah, this is really a neat book, and I appreciate Kelly for sending this. Because if I'd seen this book in a bookstore somewhere, I would have bought it. This is a book I would buy. Because you learn from it, and it's got cool stuff in it. I don't know, let's see who. Ross Thompson and Bill Hewison, I guess. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm not sure what they're talking about color here. Laying down a wash, a graded wash. Paint and supplies, which we all have too much of. Oh, I could do this for Inktober. A piggy bank. He would be cute. But honestly, that's the sort of thing that if I ever do like a draw with me show, this is something I would draw. Something that each one of us could accomplish. Any one of us, and I don't care, you can argue with me all day long if you want. If we went through this step by step, oh, that reminds me of something else I'm going to show you. I could show you how to draw that pig and make it look like that pig. And I don't care how good or bad you think you are, you can draw that pig. I promise you. I don't know why you'd want to unless you're me, but yeah. Pencils, so there's materials. Look at Cool Lion. Guy talking to a angel in a tree. Priest. Trying to get to heaven. That's what I spend my days doing. Trying to get to heaven. So yeah, I really, really like this book. Really like this book. And then it gives you glossaries, so if you don't know something, what hot press paper is or what cold press paper is, you know, you can look it up and find out. I don't know if there's stuff. I'm sure there's stuff I don't know. Okay, and here's, believe it or not, an article about cartoons as fine art. Huh, that's cool. Just another form of art. Here's computer graphics. Eileen could learn. She's already too good at that anyway. And I know we all had our favorite cartoons growing up. It would be a cool draw-along. I'm going to do a draw-along show, you know, come up with some ideas to show you guys, you know, that really build up your confidence. You can do it. But my favorite cartoon, well, I have two. Calvin and Hobbes is my probably #1 favorite. My #2 favorite is The Far Side. I like cartoons. I like the art. There's Ronald Reagan. Those are fun. I like satirical comics. Look at the bookshelves. That's another thing, you know, like drawing that whole line of books would take like 2 minutes. So anyway, yeah, great book. Great book, Kelly P. Love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be reading that for sure. And then the rest of these are more children's books, stories children love. Waddy Piper, and it's got the bears on it. I don't know if she had these. I don't know where she got them. They don't appear to be library books. Did I just knock the camera? I think I did. Oh well. This was Douglas Hovey's book from Grandma Nygaard. So who knows? Maybe at a garage sale or something. But it's all stories. That's a drawing from Cinderella. It's the prince trying the slipper on Cinderella's foot. Now I love that artwork. I love it. And this book has in it Little Red Riding Hood, Peter Pan, Dick Whittington and his cat, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, the Three Bears, Puss in Boots, Tom Thumb, Jack and the Beanstalk. So the artwork is just so nice. I wouldn't mind doing another fairy tale zine swap because that was so much fun. I enjoyed that. And black and white drawings. And my grandkids now are all too old for books like this, but I will keep it, and maybe my great-grandkids can... I'll read it to them when they come. But isn't the artwork just so adorable? Oh, okay. You're going to have to tweet that or something to me because I can't take the link right now, Dorothy. Look at the dog. That's Peter Pan. Look in the... See, now I see toys everywhere. Here's a little doll laying on the ground, little blocks. Sometimes I feel like Peter Pan. You know, I'm like that kid that will never grow up. Look at how intricate that drawing is. So well done. And nice big type where I can actually read it. Bye, Pat. Thank you. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Raggedy Ann is definitely on the list. I don't think color forms are vintage, DeMonte. I'm going to flip through here, find some more cool art. It's all cool art. I mean, it's all... Look at this. That's Cinderella dressed for the ball. Now, see, I think that would be just a fun picture to recreate. It's just so cute. Here she is, toiling away. That's me. Poor Cinderella, toiling away. I'm going to find some other really nice ones. Oh, look at this one. Jack and the Beanstalk. That is a great drawing. Look at the butterfly. Isn't that neat? I think it's a butterfly. Oh, I wish I could see. Look at his face. That's Puss in Boots, I think. 3 bears. So, that's a great book. Stories Children Love. This one's cute. Whoever thought of this? Don't let the pigeon drive the bus. Well, duh. It's cute, though. This one was, let's see, this is a library book. Very simple. I mean, she wrote, reminds me of your zines. Just very simple. Look at how simple these drawings are. And this was written for Cheryl. There's the pigeon getting ready to drive the bus. Look at how easy that pigeon is. Anybody could draw that and write an entire book about it. Yeah, poor me. I never get to do anything. Drive the bus. This whole book is just that. It's just maybe not as simple as you think, though, because you've got to think about the angle of the bird. What would he look like? Where would his wings be? So it may not be as simple as just, I mean, it looks simple. But there's still probably a lot to think about when you're doing it. Let me drive the bus. And isn't that funny that just a pencil scratch like that, no words, but we all know exactly what that means. Isn't it funny? I would say Play-Doh, yes, is vintage. But again, what would I do? I'd have to draw the container, and then I've got to recreate the lettering, and that's what's a pain in the neck. So, don't let the pigeon drive the bus, okay? This has beautiful art in it. My Penguin Osbert by Elizabeth Cody Kimmel. And the illustrator is H.B. Lewis. And I'm not familiar with him. He may be very famous. I don't know. But look at something as simple as that little bucket. It's so cute. And the colors in here are beautiful. It's just a little guy. Marvel slingshot. I don't think I have a slingshot on there. I do have dominoes, and I've already done the jacks used. Look at how cute that is. A pogo stick. There you go. Now that would be vintage, I think. Here, give your kid one of these and let him kill himself. Woohoo! Look at him. He's drawn his penguin. That artwork is so much fun. And then look at Christmas morning. He gets a name tag. Hello, my name is Osbert. There he is. And this is a fairly large book. That's why I'm trying to keep it in frame. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at in the freezing bathtub. That's a great piece of art too. Huh. His food is fish. Cold creamed herring with seaweed jam for breakfast. Yum, yum. Isn't that artwork beautiful? Okay, bye, Vicky. Thanks for coming. Hi, CB. Oh, that thing I said was, I thought it was a basket of flowers. It's actually a bucket of fish. And look at him in the window back here. Hey, look at me. And then he had to leave the penguin. But isn't that, I mean, that's such a pretty piece of art. And there he is, reminiscing, looking at his photos. The colors are just so soft and muted, and that's so pretty. Now he wants a helicopter. So, yeah. And this is more of a, looks like cartoonish. Mrs. Armitage, Queen of the Road. Yeah, this is more cartoonish type drawings, which I also love. Now that's a definite style. Probably not my style, but yeah, a style nonetheless. And this is a book of poems. So this, I was going to say, if I remember right, this is mostly writing, yeah. A few drawings here and there, but mostly writing. But I was going to show you guys one other thing. Thanks, Allie. The other day I was at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has a, excuse me, a calendar I like. That I use as kind of a glue book. I'll pull out, oh, I don't know. I've got 2 years worth here. Anyway, they have these kind of junky trash calendars. They're $1. And I use them just as kind of a glue book, you know, when I get something. Oh, there's my address. My address is in here a lot. There's my dad's obituary. It's just like artwork, just whatever I come across that I don't have a home for, I glue it in here. There's somebody else's address. I got to be careful. I didn't realize there were so many addresses in here. But anyway, I stopped into Dollar Tree to get one of these calendars, you know, so I have a glue book for this year. And while I was rummaging around, I do have a rubber duck on the list, and I do have a red wagon on the list. I came across these books in the kids section of Dollar Tree, and I picked them up for you guys so that someday if we do a draw along with me, I'll pick one of these, because honestly this is the easiest way to learn how to draw, using basic shapes and making this image. And I'll show you. The day I picked them up, I thought, okay, I'm just going to give it a go. Let me see if he's in here. like there's a ferret and a snake. Oh. Alright, hang on just a second. Here he is. Alright, here's the step out of how to draw this little dog. So, in my, hang on, I'm going to cover something up in this book before I show it. Anyway, so I took about 5 minutes and just sketched this little guy out. And it's so simple. I mean, and he looks pretty good, I think. There's the dog that he was shown. I did his ear a little bit differently. But, so when you're in like Dollar Tree or something, if you want to learn how to draw just little goofy pets or characters or whatever, these were literally $1 each. And the grandkids will love them. I'll love them. I'll draw on them. Learn how to draw a mermaid. This has got a bunch of stuff in it. This is fantasy stuff. But for $1, even if I cut those out and stuck them in my book, I'd still love them. They're cuter than stickers that you can buy. Look at the troll. I'm going to draw him. And look at how easy he is. Look at this step out. He's just not that hard. His basic shape. Now putting the little detail in, I think that's where you make it yours. You can just do whatever you want to add the detail after you get his basic shape. These are great step out books. Robot. Crazy bird. Pegasus. Monster. Mermaid. Dragon. Who doesn't want to learn how to draw a dragon? Are you kidding me? Everybody wants to learn how to draw that. Or I do. So anyway, yeah, I set these out here. Look at that horse. Apparently it's not that hard with basic shapes. So, Marie, I got these at Dollar Tree. I don't know. I guess I just never go look in the kids' activity section. But for that day, I was looking for the calendars. Is why I even went in there. And they had all the books and that sort of stuff over there. And I saw these, and I thought, now those are really cool. And they had color books too, that to cut out and use in your glue book or whatever were awesome. But here's, these are not realism, but more realistic type drawings. There's your reference picture, and it talks to you about grayscale, practicing your grayscale. So yeah, I probably will draw some of these when I'm sitting on the couch, just dinking around, to see how accurate, my brain is. But yeah, I thought for $1 a piece, not bad. And the kids will play with them. But, Jean, you say good job, but you can already draw. The thing is, if you don't know where to start, you don't know how to draw. So you have to give yourself, you want me to teach you how to draw that froggy? That's what I'm telling you, Jean, is just if you learn how to do the basic shapes, you too can draw. And I am a firm believer in that. You want to learn how to draw that frog, Carrie? All right, we'll do that one. So anyway, Dollar Tree find, Dollar Tree haul. I think if I put that on my YouTube video, I'd get 1 million viewers. I think people love Dollar Tree hauls. I don't care how many people watch him, frankly, but yeah, it is cute. But anyway, not everybody wants to learn how to draw. I understand that. That's what I enjoy doing, so that was a great find for me. And what else have I been doing? I've been doing Inktober a lot. I haven't even been coloring. I haven't been doing anything. Dollarama, I wish we had a Dollarama. Oh. Yep, get on your broomstick and come to Monkey Island. There you go. I wish everybody could come. When we have a resort area over here called Shangri-La, and they're just putting their convention center back up. I'd love to have like a convention where all you guys could come here because we could have fun on the lake. They've got pretty good restaurants around where there would be no distraction of shopping because there's no shopping for 20 miles. But you would just have to come down here and do art all day. I'm in Central Time Zone, Allie. I'm in the very northeast corner of Oklahoma. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas. So, but I'm looking around. Oh, this place is a mess. But other than doing Inktober and doing a little bit of glue book stuff, I honestly have not been doing anything. I haven't even been messing in this crazy monster much. Oh, you know what I did get though? I got it for Mary. I ordered Mary a spirograph. So the other day I was playing around with spirograph. I'd forgotten how much I love spirograph. And when Mary gets tired of it, I'm going to take it away from her. But other than that, that's all I've been doing. Planet We Will Come. I wish, right now, the only thing I can think of is if they get that convention center put together, you know, built back. They tore the old one down. They're putting a new one up. Yeah. Where are you at, Allie? Yeah, Dollar Tree they sometimes got good stuff. And then a lot of times I walk in there and go, what am I doing in here? I can't find anything. It's craziness. But yeah, for some things, they've got great stuff. I haven't bought anything new lately. I don't think. No hauls to show you. Oh, you have a spirograph, Carrie? Yeah, they're fun. I just got a spirograph. See, that's funny. Isn't that funny that we all came to that? I used to have a spirograph. I can't show it to you, and this is why I ended up buying Mary the spirograph, is if any of you know of the Wish app, you're going to hate me. I'm just telling you right now, you're going to hate me. I'll look it up real quick. They have a miniature spirograph on the Wish app that is $1 and $1 shipping. And I had ordered that. I was just going to stick it in an envelope to one of my grandkids. And I ended up playing with it and showing it to Mary. And she loved it. She was like, can I have one of those? And here it is. There's the miniature spirograph. And you make mini designs. But it's honest to God, $1 and $1 shipping. So if you want a spirograph, you can go on Wish app and get yourself one for $1. Now, when you buy all the washi tape and the charms and all the other junk on there, you cannot hate me. Here's water brushes. Actually, I did buy one of these too. It's right here. The water brushes, honestly, $1, $1 shipping. This is what it looks like. And other than having a small water reservoir, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this brush. It is the same quality as the ones you walk into Michael's and buy. And it's even got the, it's better than the ones they sell at Hobby Lobby, those pieces of junk that just leak water all over. Yeah, $1 water brush. That way the grandkids can't wreck them. Yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to find things for Mary to do because she's so bored. Poor baby. I hadn't seen that. Oh, no. See, now I'm sitting here shopping. That's $6. I'd probably order it. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and shop. But you can hate me. It's called Wish, Barb. W-I-S-H. Wish. So I need 10. Now I need to put the app back on my phone. You guys are going to hate me because really you can get some great stuff on Wish. And I have to say, I have not been disappointed with not one single thing I've ordered off there. Now, I haven't ordered a lot. I will say that. The water brush I ordered, the Spirograph I ordered. I've gotten a couple of washi tapes. And CB, I did go find that washi tape, that art supply washi tape that you sent to Dee Dee. And now I am going to be the proud owner of some and more because I found that site. Thank you very much. Maybe. But yeah, I bought stuff on Wish, and I have to say I've not been disappointed even a little bit. And another thing I got on Wish, I just thought, well, it's pretty reasonable price, so I'll give it a try because I don't use a huge amount of score tape, but I use a lot of score tape, double-sided tape. And a lot of times I don't need the quality of score, so I ordered the double-sided tape off of the Wish app, and it was very inexpensive, and I tried it, and I have to say there's nothing wrong with their double-sided tape. Just like the dollar store, so cheap, then it all adds. It does add up, you know, and I try not to forget that, you know, that, oh yeah, it's only $1, but then you add on the $1 shipping. And if you do that 10 times, all of a sudden you've spent real money, you know. Yeah, you have to delete it within an hour or you'll just buy all their junk. But I do try and be pretty disciplined. You got to show your friend she's a penny pincher. Yeah, and I try and be pretty frugal. I'm trying to get rid of junk really more than order junk. But if like that little thing that I saw, if it would make Mary happy, if I could spend $1 a day and keep Mary happy, it would be the best money I ever spent. So that's why I go on there every day. Not every day, but I try and take Mary little gifts here and there, you know, and whatever. So, yeah. I buy her stuff at Dollar Tree too. She likes those little dancing holiday stuff, you know, the solar energy dancing things. I think we've bought her every one they've ever made of those. So I've tried to get her to color. She won't color. But we've bought crayons. I've taken over my pencils. And you filled your cart and then deleted it all? That's probably wise. Anyway, yeah. Don't hate on me for saying that about the Wish app. So, I don't know about you ladies. I've been here 2 hours. How could I yak for 2 hours? She never pays full. Oh, smart woman, Barb. If you can get away with not paying full price for anything, I'm saying go for it. I love a bargain. And then there's other things I'll pay full price. It won't matter what they cost. Coffee ice cream is one of them. I don't care if it gets $20 a gallon, I'm still going to eat it. So anyway, I'm just yakking. I'm going to stop the recording now. So thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you learned something.